This is Eddie Hearn, Matchroom Boxing. You're watching Sporting Icons. You don't need to be anywhere else.
Now, Eddie Hearn, he's been talking to Chris Mannix, and I'll put this in the description box for you guys in the source, where he's talking about having Kubrat Pulev and Anthony Joshua fight outside of the UK. As we know, it was all set to go ahead at the Tottenham Hotspur football stadium. But now, due to the whole situation going on in the world, they're looking at potentially moving it abroad, with the Roman Amphitheatre in Croatia leading the race. And these are Eddie Hearn's own words. Now, I've done a couple of videos on this one before, talking about this particular fight being at the Roman Amphitheatre in Croatia, because apparently in Croatia things ain't that bad as they are in a lot of other countries with what's going on with the pandemics and what have you. So Eddie Hearn's reasoning is that he doesn't want to put Joshua behind closed doors. He's too big a star to be fighting behind closed doors. Now, I would imagine Joshua, he wouldn't care. He'd fight in a car park. But it's a financial move. Of course it is. Now, he doesn't talk that, or he doesn't say that it is a financial move. He's saying that he wants the crowd supporting Joshua. He wants the fans singing Sweet Caroline and what have you. And that's great. And the atmosphere that Joshua brings is electric, isn't it? But the thing is, though, with the international bans to and from the UK, how many people are actually going to be singing Sweet Caroline? If the Brits can't get into Croatia or even the Middle East, as Eddie Hearn is also saying that this is another option, how many British fans are actually going to be flying over to Croatia? Not too many. Not too many at all. So do the Croatians, do they even know that song? And again, let's be real, if they do put it on in Croatia, they're probably going to have to put on, say, Filip Hrgović as chief support or on the undercard somewhere. But I'd imagine probably chief support, because they want people as close to the main event as possible. Because what they don't want is the Croatians supporting their own guy, Filip Hrgović, and then as soon as he finishes fighting, go home. They're not going to want that. Of course, a lot of people will of course stay for Anthony Joshua. He's a huge superstar, right? But are they going to be singing Sweet Caroline? I would imagine they're probably going to be playing the music, and probably about half a dozen people probably going to be singing it. Is that song popular in Croatia? I wouldn't have thought so. It's a totally different language. But from that point of view, I don't see that is a legitimate reason for it, because he wants people singing Sweet Caroline. But it's a financial move, isn't it? Of course it is. The more people you put into an arena, it's Anthony Joshua. You can amp the prices up if you want. Not that the prices here in the UK are amped up, because they're not. But in Saudi Arabia, they were pretty expensive. They were. In New York, they were pretty expensive. But he sells out anyway, so you move it to Croatia. Again, there's going to be a lot of people willing to pay, that's for sure. Now, as far as the fight happening abroad, I know there's going to be quite a few people saying, oh, here we go, Anthony Joshua, he said he wanted to fight in the UK, we had the Tottenham Hotspur football stadium, and now he's going to go where the money is, because we can't get a crowd in the UK, he's going to go where the crowd is, it's all a greedy move, blah, 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 blah. Now, that's a bit silly, because even if he did fight here in the UK, now, first of all, it ain't going to be the Tottenham Hotspur football stadium. If you can't put a crowd in there, what's the point? You can put it in a car park, that's fine, but ultimately, you and I, we can't go. Whether it's in your street, you can't go and watch it. We're not allowed to. These are the rules of the British Box Board of Control and the UK government. Crowd control, social distancing, all that kind of stuff. So we can't go. So wherever it is that Joshua fights Pulev makes no real difference. That's the truth of it, isn't it? Because you're going to be watching it on TV. Whether it's in the UK or Croatia or Saudi or Timbuktu, it doesn't really matter. We're going to be watching it on TV, aren't we? So if anybody wants to complain that Joshua, he's turned his back on these UK fans, he said he's going to fight in the UK, think about it. It's pretty logical. But you know what? People won't listen to that point anyway. People will just want to hate on Anthony Joshua as it is and hold Joshua to a certain standard, but not other fighters, which videos will follow on this particular subject. But anyway, Eddie Hearn has confirmed that Joshua and Pulev will not be in the UK, or at least unlikely to be in the UK, with the Roman Amphitheatre in Croatia leading the race. Drop your thoughts below, click thumbs up, subscribe. Catch you all in the next video.